Thank you for letting me interview today.
Thank you.
Pleasure. I have some questions, and it's like 9 questions. The first question I want to ask you is, what qualifications did you need to work in this career?
Qualifications that you need, obviously, educationally, you need at least a master's to conduct therapy, so at least a master's. To conduct forensic work, as I do, you usually would need a doctorate or some specialized training, so a little further than that. In addition, you need to be licensed with the state of Florida, so that requires passing a licensing exam and keeping up with continuing education credits, like training hours every year, or every 2 years, I should say.
Oh wow, I did not know you needed all. And what professional organizations are you associated with, and what ways?
Okay, I have memberships in a couple of organizations, the American Psychological Association being the major one. That's the organization that covers, that most psychologists are involved with. I'm also involved with the Florida chapter of the American Psychological Association, the Association for Treatment of Sexual Abusers, in addition to the Florida Association of Treatment for Sexual Abusers, and I'm also certified as a board behavior analyst, so I am also involved with the BCBA program.
Okay, thank you. And if you could start your career over again, what would you do differently?
If I started it over again, I'd probably continue on to my doctorate earlier. I finished my my bachelor's, and then I went to work and completed a master's part-time, and then I finally went back and got my doctorate. So I would have just kind of continued on and not taken the time to work a little bit.
Okay. And what would you do if you were me trying to become a forensic psychologist?
What would I do if I was you? I would definitely try to get a lot more information concerning what does forensic psychology entail, educational training, what a day-to-day life would be like if you were to become a forensic psychologist. Then I'd look into what the licensing requirements are in the state that you're hoping to practice as a forensic psychologist, and then look further into what areas of forensic psychology you might be interested in. And it can include competency, insanity, specialty with a certain population. So I would try to get a little more focused on getting a full training, but trying to specialize a little bit further.
Okay. And what was your greatest achievement in the field?
Wow, I don't know if I have one greatest achievement in the field. I think, what would I say, my greatest achievement in the field? I think that's a difficult one to answer. I think my greatest achievement personally in getting into the field is completing my education and my training, and to be able to then specialize and move on. Achievement in the field would likely be just being able to help not only the court system but the community, and being able to provide recommendations on individuals, trying to keep everyone safe and keeping everyone on track with moving on and progressing in their lives.
One last question. Who would you recommend me to connect with?
Oh, in this profession?
Yeah.
It would depend on whether you wanted to, specifically forensic psychology?
Yes.
Wow. Who would I recommend you to connect with?
Like, internships, or, just like going up to someone, I could ask them questions and things like that.
Gotcha. It's a difficult one to answer, only because with forensic psych you usually need the degree to do a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And even to sit in would be difficult, because a lot of the work is done in jails and prisons, where you can't just bring someone in with you. So connecting wise, I think you could try Dr. Jennings here at Valencia. He also conducts forensic psych work. Outside of here, forensic psych work, I know of 2 psychologists that conduct, well, one organization, one psychologist that conduct forensic work. One is Dr. Tressler, and he's actually out of Seminole County, but does a lot of work here in Orange County. And the other would be psychological affiliates. They're with Deborah Day. They have a pretty big practice. They are here in the Orlando area, and they also conduct a lot of forensic evaluations as well as psychological evaluations.
Okay. Well, thank you for giving me the time of your day to interview you with these questions.
Well, thank you very much. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
There you go. All right, see you for work.